hear many things about where you stand in the game in year 17, LeBron, but defensively as well, you've taken some criticism. Tonight you checked 5 different guys, you're closing out to people in the corner. You look pretty motivated.
I heard it all. I heard it all from, year 17. Is this the last that we've seen of LeBron and the fashion that he plays? And then defensively, he's not very good defensively.
People's Kid, how we doing? It's your boy Kobe back at it again with another video, and as always, I hope y'all are having a blessed day. So even though we are just around a month into the NBA season, I think it's fair we can confirm some things that were definitely up for debate not too long ago. Of course, the Golden State Warriors have bottomed out into one of the worst teams in the NBA, that is undeniable. But today I actually wanted to talk about a player you guys know all too well. LeBron James, the NBA's eldest superstar at this point, is still doing big things, but nobody could have expected him to play like this for the Lakers in his 17th season. Alas, he isn't doing it alone with Anthony Davis by his side, yet it is clear as day which of the two is not only the best player on the team, but also the best player in the world. Yep, it's King James, and in this vid, I'm going to go through exactly as to why. Per usual, if you guys enjoy, please make sure to like and subscribe, and with that said, let's hop right into this video. Father time. Among many universal truths such as death, taxes, and internet trolls, father time is a human condition that will never be defeated. Because as history shows us, when it comes to the greatest athletes who have ever lived, even going way back to ancient sports, the reality is no one individual can maintain their elite form forever. Fast forwarding to present day, where sports media has accelerated to a place where discussion on players follows a 24/7 news cycle, the hyper-analysis of these sports figures has reached a point in which we follow every single move they make. In the case of LeBron James, the prediction of his fall from grace is one that has taken many twists and turns over his near 2-decade NBA career. There have been concerns here and there after a bad stretch, and even some full-out declarations that he was no longer the best player. But it wasn't until opening night of this year's NBA season in which many started to believe James had really taken a step back with his performance.
You cannot be in Hollywood making movies, be on social media every week with Taco Tuesday. And all of this other stuff, and we haven't seen you since April. And then we finally get you against a dude that is clearly coming for you, and you have no answer. That cannot happen.
After a 10-point loss to the Los Angeles Clippers in which LeBron failed to really assert himself in the fourth quarter, the sports world took a deep gulp and considered a planet in which James wasn't one of the best players in the NBA. Ironically, a man who scored 18 points, grabbed 10 rebounds, and dished out 8 assists was being questioned if he still had top-level game we all knew too well. Yet while the rest of the media called this the beginning of his demise, LeBron simply laughed and once again proved his time is not yet done, and a new and perhaps long chapter in LA is just beginning. As a result, here are the 3 biggest reasons why LeBron James is still the best player in the NBA. Number 3. He is still far and away the best and most important playmaker in the NBA. With the Lakers' addition of Anthony Davis this past offseason, the threat of LeBron experiencing the first season of his career where he was not the leading scorer of his team was a distinct possibility. Although Davis has indeed led the Lakers in scoring this year, LeBron has reasserted himself as the best quarterback in the NBA, naturally picking his spots to set up teammates or create offense for himself. Although he leads the league in assists this year at 11.1 a contest, I am personally more impressed with the chemistry he has shared with AD, and this tandem together has been scary for their opponents. Honing in on the LeBron and Davis connections, AD has been on the receiving end of 29 assists from James, more than any other Laker. So with an MVP caliber player by his side, LeBron is not forcing much of his own offense and has come up with several modest scoring games as a result. Now, I'm definitely not the biggest fan of LeBron deferring to Davis ISOs late in games consistently, but I do respect his clear desire to make sure AD is getting the space and opportunity to get his superstar touches. For those that think this is a sign that LeBron has transformed himself into Magic Johnson type of player due to a perceived declining scoring ability, think again. While only at 23.9 points per game so far this year, I would easily contend this is by design, as the Lakers offense has required James to take more of an active role, creating plus opportunities for his teammates. As Frank Vogel inexplicably begins to give Rajon Rondo more minutes in a pure ball dominant role, I fully expect LeBron to ramp up his own offense throughout the season, and he should get closer to his career 27.1 average. And number 2, he's actually playing defense like it's 2009 again. So one of the biggest criticisms of LeBron's 2018-2019 season was the fact it looked like he was putting up the white flag with respect to his regular season defense. Personally, while I think individual defense is still one of the most overvalued concepts in the league, and point to superstars like James Harden or Steph Curry as evidence against its inflated worth, it is a great sight to see how engaged LeBron James is on the defensive end of the floor. Before even looking at any type of defensive stats or analytics, just watching James via the eye test shows a player who is actively directing teammates and remaining disciplined on team defensive principles, whether he's on the weak or strong side of the court. Referencing an excellent article from SB Nation that I read and have put in the description if you guys are curious, it is really interesting to note James's hard work has carried over to the stat sheet. Compared to all league counterparts this season, LeBron is ranked in the 87th percentile in man defense and 95th percentile against the pick and roll. In addition, the Lakers are giving up 5 more points a game when LeBron is off the floor as opposed to when he's on. Granted, I still think it's prudent to give credit to the Lakers front office for finally putting together a group that can deliver fantastic half-court defense thanks to the likes of Danny Green, Avery Bradley, and Dwight Howard. Yet, if LeBron can continue to provide solid effort throughout the year while leaning on his comrades, I would not be surprised to see him make a return to the all-defensive team for the first time in quite a while. Sure, he isn't chasing down blocks at a rate like he did when he was 25, but a long, strong, and smart Laker defense filled with savvy vets has really brought out the best in his game so far. Number 1, the only player in the league that can challenge him for the title is taking games off, and LeBron is not.
So it's my personal motivation every single night I step on the floor to be great. I shot Space Jam for 3 months all summer. My call times every morning was at 6:30 in the morning. And I was in the gym at like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning before shooting for 12, 13, 14 hours.
Despite the 2 points I mentioned above, in reality, the biggest reason why LeBron James is still the best player in the NBA comes down to the simple fact that he wants to be the best, and it shows from every angle. Whether you look at his IG posts that point to his desire to prove people wrong, or his reports of him working out at 3:30 a.m. this summer, the truth is to remain the world's best, it takes a level of dedication that very few can actually handle. Although Kawhi Leonard is the reigning Finals MVP and showed everyone last June he's one of the game's greatest two-way players of all time, I just don't think you can give the title to someone who chooses to play when he feels like it, even when he's completely healthy. Guys, I know I'm veering away a bit from hard facts in exchange for opinionative commentary with this point, but I think Leonard's case for the game's best is weakened when he isn't actually going out there and proving it on a night-to-night basis, and now we wonder if he will ever play in back-to-backs again. Pointing to some of the other guys, I know there are some viewers that may be in Giannis's camp for best player in the world, and maybe even some that are even in James Harden's camp. Call me old school, but I still think both of these guys have work to do when it comes to being Dom the top player in the game. In particular, I am still waiting for Giannis to develop a stronger game with respect to his half-court offense against elite playoff defense, and with Harden, it really just comes down to showing he can deliver when it counts. And as both of these guys have yet to reach an NBA Finals as the best player, I don't see how you can rate them higher than a player like LeBron, whose game actually reaches another level in the postseason. Nonetheless, no matter if you agree or disagree with my opinion of LeBron, I urge all basketball fans to keep enjoying him while we can. As King James will turn an astonishing 35 next month, it truly is an honor to have been able to watch this guy at the level he's been playing at pretty much throughout my entire life, and I know it won't last forever. Yet with his determination, passion, and basketball IQ, I have no doubt he will keep proving his detractors wrong for years to come. Anyways guys, that's the video, hope you enjoyed. Just a quick appreciation video to a guy I can't believe is still doing what he's doing. Full disclosure, I'm a big LeBron fan and I realize my bias on this topic can shine through a little more than usual, but I really think it's hard to not put him at the top when you consider how well the Lakers are playing. Yet of course, what do you guys think? Do you agree or disagree that LeBron is still the best player in the NBA? Comment your thoughts below. With that said, hope you guys have a great rest of the day, or night, or whatever time it is. I'll be back at it soon. Peace out.